So, yeah, I'm gonna light a little bit of sage, black sage. My white sage got thrown, and my white and dragon's blood got thrown out the window by tourists, along with my ashtray. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put this. So again, I feel like there's been a secret competition or something that everybody's included with, and I'm not. I once heard a twin say something around the lines of basically something about these all these other people speaking, because once you open your mouth, I'm guessing ain't nothing else to say. So again, like I said, I don't know what other platforms these people operate on. I don't follow them past YouTube. With when they come into my feed, um, it's just my gifts. I can tell who these backstabbers and these frauds, kind of these foes, are by what they say. I don't go in the background to look at them. I don't know how to do no spell work or no Devin whatever. I'm not concerned about anything but what you share online. So I was watching this clip and I was kind of confused, and I'm hoping that we can maybe go through a couple things, then we're going to go through this article. We're going to go back into this article 41 or whatever, okay? Because again, a lot of this shit, I feel like people be pulling on my energy for me to talk about it. Oh, wait a minute, 1995, Prison Litigation Reform Act in 1995. So I was 15. I think between 15 and 16 is when my grandmother passed. Because I feel like, again, people pass and then they cross over. They cross over into another sector, or even cross over. Like, the way I look at it is different. I feel like some people don't die, they multiply. And that's just it. I'm gonna say it like that. Anybody that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. They're fully still here for some time. Okay. I don't know. I feel like it's something about in the Bible when it says like that they lived until 80 or 70. It's kind of like, even if mm, mm, like, even if somebody passed at 40, they still got 40 years left in that other realm or something, and then they cross over. They leave. Some of these entities, and some of them are like the biblical people that live for like 160. I don't know. Again, that means energetically or something like this, like their energy is still here. So shit, some could be physically. You know how in the woke community, so-called conspiracy people be saying that, certain people that they said passed over didn't. So yeah, so we have running, and this is so funny because I looked at this before I walked away from the table, and I feel like this is what somebody thinks that somebody is doing. Either the energies that I'm picking up on, either the divine masculine or feminine. I feel like it's kind of hard for me because a lot of people are in my energetic field playing around to cause some kind of confusion, because I believe that these women, especially the ones I posted on my Instagram, are some of these women, okay, that are secret competitors. They know who I am. I don't know who they are. So I'm going to go into this article that I found real quick. Something I was just reading, because I feel like this is like some type of something to a dynasty. Um, uh, but I feel like what they're doing to not pay homage to the real empress or the real chosen one of this time, that has been the chosen one or the only queen of any time, have been to clone these other energies and take them out of society and place them in positions. Like, okay, this way I see it, the royals that we see on television, the royals that are the real bloodlines. And then sometimes they'll raise up others because of societal views to prance around and do things, in the middle somewhere. Okay. Um, it's like a distraction between the real and the recognized. Is that a way? That's the way to say it. The real and the recognized. And the recognized may be insulted by the real and what I'm really saying. You get what I'm saying? But again, if you do research on like these kings and queens and stuff like that, like I watched a documentary a while back, a long time ago, about some guy that was living in Australia, and he was saying that his family was the real heirs to the throne. Okay, so that's kind of aborigine, or but this man was Caucasian or white or so-called white. Um, but they had facts. Somebody had traced something back that there could have been something. So again, the royals may not like the fact that those are the things that I speak of. You see what I'm saying? Um, they may not like the fact that but I feel like, again, this is that supreme, we could go through with the Vatican and things that are manipulated or forced and things that are done or have been done the old ways to cover up certain things. But I feel like Source is doing a different thing this time. And I feel like, so there's a different bounds, or there's something here. Again, kind of like in Thor when Odin passed away. I think it was Odin. And then Hela came into play. Like I said, whatever they're doing, they're trying to keep the real chosen in the real chosen one locked down. So it's kind of like fool me once, shame on you; fool me twice, shame on me. Um, Locked down, the real conduit locked down. I've been locked down damn near probably all my life, right? I feel like they found different ways in spiritual to put me in spiritual jail or prison, or put me in some type of mind something here, okay? And like I told you, that's why I feel like there's this energy of a Houdini husband. And right now they just don't even want me to be sure, because I can tell the difference between these lookalikes, or the ones that they've made in the likeness of the real divine masculine. Clones, shadow energy, whatever you want to call it. I've kind of anybody could tell me that it's just one of this energy, but I see something different, okay? So again, for me to have to fight this type of battle is gonna be uncomfortable for those particular people, because for a long time they've been able to kind of cover things up. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this like going back to 2022. Hold on, let me see. I hope that everything is correct in here. I don't have to fight with this. Damn it. Yes, I am going to have to. This is not cool. Mm. This is not cool. Hold on one second. Oh my goodness. It's kind of ridiculous that I gotta do all this. I got all these computers sitting around. I was trying to fix something and do something earlier, and it just seeming like, oh, finally this took hours. Finally this popped up that I was waiting for all day. Okay, now I gotta try to remember my password for it. But anyways, let me try to get a different page out here. Mm, let me see. Oh, this feeling like the old days. Okay, this is feeling like the old days around here. Okay. I just, I don't like to sign out and stuff because, I just can't be remembering. Okay, I just can't. Mm. Oh, so I'm signed out here too? Oh, no. Oh, damn. Mm, that's just really silly because I was just logged in earlier. Mm, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Mm, and the other phone that I have that would be logged in is fell in between the couch, and I would have to cut my couch open to even get it out. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I don't know if we even gonna be able to do anything. Well, I'll just try to look it up again. This is some bullshit, okay? Let's see. Um, mm, no, I'll put this. Mm, okay, here it is. Let's see if I can find the one that I was on. Okay, because this is making me think about the Romanos. Okay, that's not it. Why they wouldn't go in and save the family. So it's kind of making me think about something here. Let's see. Well, damn, this ain't it either. Hold it. Okay, that was just too much to do. Okay, so I was reading this little article because I watched a little clip with the Queen or whatever. And I told you guys yesterday in that read that there is a grandmother or a mother, grandmother, mother energy, possibly even a father energy that is against someone. So I just said, you know, something about this don't make sense. The level of abuse and the level of invasion of privacy and the level of everything, you know. And again, I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of these women that I've posted, they don't talk about those things. And I know that the Queen in that clip said, oh, the one that doesn't, in one of these clips that I watched, she said the one that doesn't tell or the one that doesn't talk, right? But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I told you about the whatever they're doing to put the squeeze on me to make me talk about things that would seemingly to be disrespectful to the throne or to the crown or to other people. But it's almost like this is the birthright is to come and tear down, like God said, doing a new thing to tear down those ways because some of these ways were blocking real people from being able to, you know, be able to go into their birthright, to be able to be in the circle. Now, I feel like this energy started with me. I feel like it started. That's just the way I'm seeing it. 2-3 years ago with my activation, you know, and I feel like slowly the energy kind of left. Maybe people just thought it wasn't going anywhere, but I feel like the whole thing was because at some point in time, somebody seen somebody as a threat and wanted to block me. Like again, like I said, a lot of these women, and I'm gonna just say the women that I posted there are not having a problem with growth on YouTube. They are not. I feel like the work I do is fucking amazing. I think sometimes I think that they do a good job and they do amazing sometimes too. But I feel like my shit is authentic. I don't have nobody to work with. Nobody is working with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just pure. It's like not to sway anybody anyway. You know, I feel like these people work in other things like spell work, and that's why they're on top. That's this whole thing about removing God from America. And when I say God, I mean somebody different from Allah. I feel like Allah is a God of the Muslims, and if you're a Christian and you praying to Allah, that might be a problem, wouldn't it? Even though I think they both in the Bible. I can sense the difference, and I feel like that's the difference between me with that energy of wisdom or the ruach. That's the real original wife fighting all of these other energies that are coming in as if they've having the title. And I feel like this is the thing. It's this battle of the battle of these bird energies because I feel like a lot of these women are either uh, Aquarius energies, okay, um like haughtier energies like man energy or something on the world card, but the fowl of the air that's on the world card is the Scorpio energy, okay. um but I feel like they're still heightened energies. They're over my head a little bit. They see things over my head a little bit. So if these women are connected to the main male energy of man in the main Anunnaki file of the air energy, and they are working with this person they have been working with, they're going to have a higher knowledge than I, being in the world card, being in this circle by myself with the two wands, okay. And then also an ancestor or something is there. Now imagine if this ancestor was a feminine ancestor that didn't like me, or that was against me, or they were jealous about how the kings or something like that, the care that they gave or something like this. And I feel like it's not because of the beauty or anything. I feel like, again, because I'm just a little bit more masculine, and I feel like I feel like at some point in time, maybe not now during this dark night of I'm not calling it a dark night of the soul. I'm calling this witchcraft. Okay. I'm calling it what it is for me. Okay. For somebody else, it might be the dark night of the soul. All right. But for me, it's witchcraft by all these females that are in competition that would like to add themselves onto this masculine. Okay. It's kind of making me think about that wedding video that somebody came out with. I can't remember who it was. Okay. Or maybe I can, but I just don't want to say it. Um, at least I'm honest. But there's a video came out within the past 2 years of somebody marrying a whole bunch of women. Okay, so again, I said I feel like this is that energy of all those women doing spell work against me, which would be the old or the original energy that was connected or mounted or you know uh by a higher power or by olden days with me and this masculine. Okay, but I feel like it's on an ether, like maybe these women have had contact with this person in real life. Maybe this is even like past 20 years, 40, whatever this could be. All right. And I haven't, for some reason I've been kept away. Okay, I'm hearing dis-ease, right? Because when I cut the deck here, I'm hearing there's a dis-ease, but the dis-ease I'm thinking of it, I don't think it's anything like that. I don't think it's anything like that. I feel like it is some type of dis-ease amongst the people, amongst the nations, amongst the seven nations that we talked about when we were talking about this article 41. All right. Um and that's funny because for the past year, it's Article 41. And again, for the past year, I would have been 41. For the past year, I haven't really sensed my masculine close, my divine masculine, or, that I'm just energetically tied to. And I feel like it was I could tell the difference with the intermingling with these different females. Okay. And that's just how we'll keep it. Okay. Um, so I feel like it's the agitation of the real one stepping up. Like I said, somebody that has authority. They may like to keep the males, bind the males to the females, and then swap them out at some point in time and keep the males with other females that don't have power. They don't really want the masculine with a real autochthonous one that really has the power. Do you get what I'm saying? They'd rather keep it jailed or trapped or keep that person contained so that they can harness the energy, right? Rather, this is through the throne, through those people that seem like they're above you. Excuse me, because the Christ or Yeshua energy is going to be brought from the ground, from the bottom. So again, people are going to see like that struggle or something. All right. That's why it's hard for me to see, when it comes to people that's already famous or people already knew these people or something like this. It's not going to be, even though they all came from somewhere or hard times, or, they'll tell their stories or whatever. But I feel like people were going to see this person go through hard times or be at rock bottom to other people. You know what I'm saying? Kind of drained or something like this. Okay. Um, yeah, so this is just, because I'm seeing that too. As above, so below. It's always been a kind of tethered spirit. Okay. That's strange. Now that I'm thinking about it. So this might be why I feel like as soon as I'm going towards and trying to let go and go towards the masculine, it's like somebody's trying to sneak another energy that I don't even know. Like this is just some random motherfucker they trying to sneak into my energy. Or I feel like I'm going towards the masculine. I'm like, this is right, but it's not him. It's the one that's in the likeness of him. There's something that's going on here to keep some kind of confusion going on. But let's just go back to this read here, okay? Um, so it's harder for me, like I said, with no help, no guidance, and these other people have guidance because they've already been pre-selected by society, right? Or even by a community after the real cornerstone has been cut from, like they made a use the information from this person and then built these other bitch in the workshop and then allow them to seem as though they excel over me or they do something better than me. They may have help with you know um you know whatever they're doing, whether this is angelic help or not. I feel like when I was being visited by these angelic energies, they were more about just wanting to see me dance and play, and I'm just a lighthearted person or whatever. But that part of me kind of left within the past 6 months, because I was just really concerned on trying to get down to really what this is talking about. What is this really here? Why do I feel like these people are invading my privacy? I had to worry about that. I had to worry about keeping my head above water, seeing which masculines are really for me and which ones are against me with these other females. Which ones see me as a threat because I am the real motherfucker or the real OG. You know what I'm saying? And they've been dealing with these females that's not. And it may be a little bit easier to deal with them because they may seem to be compliable or to be subdued in a nature. But it's like, my destiny is not the same as theirs, so they can actually do that and still be looked at and looked up to within the community, right? They can still do some of the things that I do, but as soon as I do the thing, even though I'm not as popular as them from what it looks like to me, okay, on my platforms, I don't know what else they doing in the background. um Everything I'm doing is by a microscope, but I'm not even getting none of the perks. You get what I'm saying? I'm not getting any of the perks of anything to go with any of this. But I'm the one that has to go through the constricting whatever. Okay, so it's to each his own. You look at it how you want to. I just use a different scope when I'm looking at things. Okay, I'm the kind of person that kind of wants to really know about the person that they're trying to vilify so bad, and see what really is this really just some kind of witch hunt, or did this person really do this? I'm that type of investigator. Okay, so, and I know myself, so there's no reason for anybody to treat me this way, and then also even make me feel like, or even, excuse me, for a minute that I'm out of the box or I'm left out or left behind. That don't even make no sense. That it don't even make no sense. That because I know myself. So again, we're gonna go into this article and read it, because I feel like what this is a whole bunch of energy shifting. Okay, it's a lot of energy shifting. I feel like there's a lot of jealousy or hate, or a lot of people that had like the old way or something like this, and they knew when my person comes that things are going to start changing, regardless if they wanted to or not. Certain things are going to start moving or manifesting from this little old mustard seed, okay, that they tried to hide. Now, I feel like there's some reasons why somebody is hidden, but I feel like, again, these people are also doing this to conserve or to get my energy. And I'm even thinking they're doing voiceovers with somebody with my information. These girls, they get to, party and be worried about their nails all the time on time, and new wigs, and their image and all this other stuff. And mine has decreased because of the type of scrutiny or something that I feel like I've been under. And this is not no damsel in distress or anything like this, because I feel like that shows who is the real fighter, the one that has had to fight. I mean, keep them bowls up for about 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Not even knowing who you swinging at, what you doing, not noticing your back is against the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's just me giving a testimony. There's nothing to feel. I don't need nobody to feel bad for me. You know what I'm saying? So, where the heck did these cards go? Oh, okay. So we're gonna look at this, all right? And we're gonna look at this because I feel like, again, this is that energy of like, I feel like a BFF. Whether these people are doing this energetically, whether these are clones or people in their likeness, or shadow energies that have been gone for years or behind the scenes for years. Um, I keep hearing switched at birth, because I feel like when we're talking about birthing a nation, when people seeing how people were sprouting within the past 2 to 4 years, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's the part of the birth that I'm talking about. And I feel like when that happened, they had given these other people a heads up, or they had we talked about this on the channel before I even started pulling cards. That it seemed that these are the daughters of the 7 nations that's in that Article 41 that were getting a heads up over the American Empress. You see what I'm saying? They already had been given their marching papers, given their orders as to what to do, given a head start on this indigenous. So I feel like they were plants in the community, and that's one thing that I was pointing out that people were getting upset about, because they're like, well, she's giving us this information, but that's still desires. Satan gives desires. The desire is energies of like something that you can gain, or seeking to see what you can devour, or how can we take this from these people and take it for ourselves. Like, again, even if you're taking back just your family's land, and then you need more. You want to keep steam rolling, or you want to start killing other niggas so that you can get, or and again, one of these people might say, oh, you can't kill somebody to get their trust, but their trust fund or whatever, but you can have somebody else do it. Now that's what I feel like that might be Jesuit energy, or it could be something like this. It could be like the Talmudic way of doing things. They are the force behind the discretion or the demise, but they have other groups handle it, like LGBTQ in them. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this, okay? So I feel like, again, keeping me trapped, like I'm just a tarot reader or something, instead of doing what I used to do, the foundation that I've laid with this thorough information and thorough research that we've done together on this platform prior to me doing anything with tarot. Okay. Um, you know, I had to go ahead and just start going back into a couple things, because I feel like somebody wants me to focus on that, like that's gossip, that gossipy way. Even if we're talking about higher elevated things like within the government, they're still calling it gossip, and we're seeing these things unfold, and we're seeing people allegedly fall in the media. You know what I'm saying? From things that I'm saying they're actually happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't see any one of these people on that list doing that. Now, whoever we're talking about could be somebody that's not even on that list. But these are the front runners. These are the people on that seemingly on the lower scale. Okay. And there may be other higher elevated statuses above them, celebrities and stuff like this, but they can't be out here talking that mess. So again, they're connected to some of us. You see what I'm saying? It's like teams or something. Who's rooting for you in the background? Something like this, okay? So again, it's funny to look at these women while they're looking so amazing and growing and getting new lace fronts and coming from, you know, just regular wigs to lace fronts and new teeth and shit, you know, and I'm just sitting here like bumming it, you know what I'm saying? But still, it's not about the outward appearance or anything like this, or the clothing or material things. When I was abundant or being able to do things whatever I want with money, and now, you know, that's what I'm saying, they're showing the witchcraft being done. I'm not sharing my business with you, but I'm telling you certain occurrences that are happening. So it looks like, oh, that can't be the blessed one because all this stuff is happening, you know. But again, initially I can sense these things going on, but I haven't seen you know what I'm saying? It's almost like even an empress being in jail or being attached to someone that keeps them in a stalemate energy. And this person has been working with these people energetically or otherwise, or they have been just using this masculine as a conduit to spy on me, you know, and now they plan on moving me out of the way and getting another female in like the top position or something, like, and saying, oh, we got something better for you, but it's really out on your ass, or them relocating you to another country or something, as if you don't belong in America. And it's only one empress that they would have to do that to. The one, the chosen one, the real motherfucking one, the real McCoy. All right, the real Slim Shady. They're not going to have to do that to these other females. Okay. So, I mean, it's just common sense. It ain't dead yet. Okay. So, you know, and still being able to, I think it shows something to still be able to be, you know, I feel like I rub people the wrong way when I said, watch me do it. You want to talk about me, how I am around my house, or how I keep my house, or watch me do it like that. Fat, if you calling me ugly, if you calling me broke, if you calling me all these things or whatever, watch me do it even when you call me those things. Okay. So again, so I feel like there's somebody out there that's making sure that it don't happen, because they look at that as cocky, but it's not. It's having faith in that most high source. Okay. So again, and then, oh, also going into that energy of having faith in that energy, and then at one point in time seeing that maybe these people are against me, or they're maybe not against me but holding me back. This could even be a powerful father, grandfather, forefather energy that, for whatever reason would be doing this. Yeah, maybe as long as I stay in a certain arena, certain people have access to me, and when I'm not there anymore, they won't. You just never know why people do things that they do. Okay, and I don't spend all day thinking about it. So we have Queen Victoria was Empress Alexandra's interfering granny. Okay, so I told you guys last year, like I told you guys, it's even this energy of my grandmother spirit being around, that, you know, I was, it feels like I would commune with this energy every day up until last year. But I feel like, again, the masculine left that at that time too. I feel like also a mother, whether it's biological or a clone of this biological mother or whatever, it's always just like I said, that middle child syndrome. Or also somebody might have thought that one child was more, socially, you know, socially established than the other. You get what I'm saying? you know Degrees and all these other things. So, and it's a baby, this the baby, light skin, long hair. It's just like I said, colorism, classism, and all these other isms. Okay. So again, I feel like also, maybe even seeing one daughter not being married, not having children, and the other one being married and having children, but then seeing that that's where she should stop and she should stay there. You get what I'm saying? I read what people are saying in their subconscious, regardless if they want to say it or not. I've always been one to speak up. I feel like my little sister didn't start speaking up until she was about in her 30s. So again, we got historians, the close relationship between Queen Victoria and Alex of Hesse. Is saying, which included Victoria's meddling in her granddaughter's marriage plans. Two strong-willed women who would win. Okay, so again, like I said, there is this energy here. Yeah. So again, it says, as like many other biographies. Okay, we don't want to hear about that part. So in the clip, we'll talk about the clip. She was saying that the Alexandria and Mary, and there was a thing, a rivalry that started when they were young princesses and things like this. And that's what I'm saying. What I hate about my part is because I know that these things are, now that I'm at this point of my ascension, I know that these people, but it was invisible to me for the past 20 something years that any of this was going on. But now that I'm looking at it and I can read these women, now I can tell. That's how they know me so well, or they're watching me so close, but I don't know them. Okay. So it's like Source shows me who these people are, who to trust. I heard energy came in and said, I'm gonna show you who to trust and who you can't trust. Okay. This was a couple weeks ago. Okay. So it says, while I often been frustrated at the past. Oh, let's talk about the clip, y'all. Okay, let me get on track. I haven't done these videos in a long time. So she was kind of arguing, but it was kind of condescending. So like I said, this could harm me or hurt, but it doesn't matter because it is me. So whatever way that they try to float it, I feel like even if there was this energy of being Mary, somebody might have the name or something like this, but I feel like it's all by design. This person took something or whatever from me 20 years ago or something like this. Like this may be the one that ended up with the actual person that I actually married, that I feel like had been swapped out or altered at some point in time. I'll just say swapped out. And I feel like that's the energy of whoever this is that's coming back in, kind of like as a force. I just can't tell if this person now is not interested in the love is gone and they're coming back to finish me, or this person has gotten through all the mind control and the Stockholm syndrome and everything like this, and from under the hand of the maybe the royals or under the hand of their family or whatever. And now this person is seeing the light and seeing only me, like I've only seen them since I've been awakened to their energy only for the 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So, excuse me. So she was talking to the historian, and you guys can go on Facebook on Shay underscores, no, Shay Seeking, and you'll see the clip if you really wanted to. But she was kind of condescendingly talking to the woman that was like the historian, and she was kind of over talking her, like, no, well, and but Mary is the one that stayed here and did this and that and whatever, and she was chosen by Victoria. But again, if Victoria didn't like her granddaughter, you get what I'm saying? If she didn't like her granddaughter, or if she was jealous of her granddaughter, it's kind of like Abuela in Canto. Maybe it's not a jealousy or something, but it was a fierceness that she didn't have for, you know what I'm saying? And then also, if you think about it with Bruno, okay, it was kind of like the same thing. He was scared to come back because he thought that that's what was going to happen to him. And unfortunately, I think that Bruno may have. I think I posted who would be the energetic presence of a Queen Victoria on this plane right now. Okay, when I've posted those videos within the past week, if you look at Queen Victoria and you look at this person, then you'll see the same energy. Okay. So again, this is like not rebellion. It's me forced to stand my ground and fight because these people have been beating me up for a very long time spiritually. All right. So, um, and although I have stood for them or said something kind about them, felt kind about them, that's the thing that I can't stand about my energy is I can't hold grudges. I can't, you know, it may seem like to you, well, why are you saying something mean or why are you saying off with their heads? Because that's what a fucking queen do when she's on her path to whatever she need to do if she find out that somebody is trying to take her throne. That's why. I mean, it's just real. It's cutthroat and clear. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here unless they're sending something my way and I'm sending it back. I'm not sitting here, you know what I'm saying, all day worrying about these people. It's like I know that they're doing to me because my abilities show me these things. What they say, their works show me these things. I have a gift to see through BS and intricacies in industries. So then the lady was trying to she was telling her and she was like, but wait, it's when Alexandria actually denied him. He went to her first for the marriage and then she denied him. And then she was like, but still, Victoria and this and that and woo 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 picked her. And so, that's why it's that way. And she kind of got up and kind of snootily walked away from her, and then she was like, no, but and she showed her a picture of Alexandria and she was like, look, it's Alexandria's beauty. See, now let's go back to this myth of this woman being trapped in an area where she don't age like everybody else, and her beauty is something like this that's undeniable, and the other women want her out of there. Okay, so so when she was telling her about the beauty, and she was like, "Oh no, it wasn't about the beauty." She's like, "Yeah, but she didn't want her here upstaging everybody with her beauty," and so it made me think like, well, I know I'm not doing that to anyone, but I know that these women are doing that to me. Because I think that these women are all beautiful or in their own unique way. Okay? But I'm not going to call myself ugly. I'm not going to say I'm uglier than them. I'm not. I don't think that. And I feel like that's inside and out because I'm not starting a campaign to smear somebody. I'm not laughing at somebody. I'm not secretly watching my enemy, not knowing that my enemy don't know that I'm their enemy and they can't fight back for themselves. It's some that's just a sign of like, who would want these people as rulers? You can't even get past this point. And this is the problem with people competing with where they don't compare in a whole society or a whole world of people supporting those people doing those things. It makes no sense to me. Because what are you doing? Don't you see what they're doing? So what are you doing? Are you really think that this is the sloppiness? And that's exactly what I feel like people are getting right now. So we're seeing that for them hating on me, maybe for not putting in 30 years in the work field or in social security or something is maybe why they're judging me or some silly shit like that. Okay, being an at-home mom or something, somewhat privileged. Like again, I don't know. I just feel like that's just the thing. So again, she was arguing with her a little bit about it or whatever, and then she just kind of like snootily walked away. And the researcher was like, "Why are you acting?" She was looking at her like, "Why are you acting like that?" But the clip kind of ended or whatever. Okay. So again, there was supposed to be something about the beauty. So again, what if also this energy of this Victoria? Why would you treat your granddaughter like that? What if this Victoria energy, you know what I'm saying, is the energy that a grandmother or a feminine energy is carrying towards someone like me? you know they don't have to see, but they can maybe see how the men look at someone, okay, and respect that person for kind of being kind of like them. But then also that's the thing that they don't like. You get what I'm saying? They don't want somebody that's look like they really match their energy. Where they I think that was the same thing. Was it Diana and Philip? It was, he kind of felt like she was upstaging him and it was making him jealous. So again, that's the other thing too. Like, so was that a conspiring energy there? You know what I'm saying? If the husband is so jealous, it's almost like how I told you guys, kind of like it used to be with Taurus. Like he'll listen to me say something and then somebody else say it and it sounds so much better. Maybe because it's some kind of regard, or maybe it's just because I'm feeling like energetically we're dealing with spirits here, possession and spirits. I feel like there's just always been an energy of something there. It's just always been there. But my Taurus is very quiet, but I can smell it on him. You know what I'm saying? That there may be some. I would never be in competition with him, and I would think that anything that we're gonna do, we're gonna do it together. But it would be sad. I wouldn't even give it. Like, I wouldn't even be so upset if I found out that really something was going on with some of these women, and I'm in my own bubble, and all this stuff is going on, and I'm the only one that don't know. And this person was just sleeping with somebody or had a mistress. But to know that somebody's betraying me and trying to live with me and be with me in my face, and then you working with other people behind my back to take me out or take me down or to record me in my house inappropriately. So then you may think that you live in a comfy life. You know what I'm saying? You may think you're living a comfy life and you got everything you need, but it's basic because Satan can make you feel real comfortable. Satan can make you feel real comfortable at home or where he wants you to be, okay? Not growing. Could you imagine, you try to grow with your spouse or something like this, but you're not, but it doesn't really happen, never. And then you find out that you're in a bubble and he's growing with other people and getting ready to get rid of you or something. Like, I'd be hoping that this, that would make me, and even if this was some type of soft imprisonment, right? And it's treasonous because they're coming against my throne or something like this, right? But I don't even know that because I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what's going on. I've been binded or blinded. And, I mean, I'm just trying to explain it to you guys as to how could you imagine that? And you want to be a trusting person. You don't like when you have to cut somebody off, cut somebody out. If you really got to cut a motherfucker, even though I ain't did it yet, I don't like that energy. I'm not confrontational, but I will fight. You get what I'm saying? I don't start shit, but I will finish it. That's what I do. Okay, so once and it takes a long time when people are close to me to see deceit or hate or anger or malice or jealousy. It took me to look back at family members and certain people that I feel have been energetically tied to my masculine or something to say, wait a minute, they always been like this, or it's always been kind of like that. Oh, this person always kind of urged me to kind of do something like this. You know what I'm saying? That. Oh, we always got into little tiny fights about stuff. It's kind of weird. So we in Truman energy right now. I'm in Truman energy still, just peeking through the veil, noticing things, like this or whatever. All right. So then, if that's the case, and other people are looking at me like, "Do you know who you are? This is abuse. Do you know who? Why don't you know who? Other people on the outside looking in. You know, I'm just thinking it's just swell because I didn't think that I had no birthright. I didn't think that I was like a millionaire or a billionaire. I didn't think, none of this stuff. Okay. And to think that you finding out is counting your days, wasting time here. You finding this shit out is what's going to be maybe end your fucking life tonight. You know what I'm saying? And actually professing it or speaking it, and actually is making sense, or it could make sense a little bit, or people actually really hearing your part of the story and kind of understanding where you're coming from. You know, sometimes I like to take a break and kind of explain where I'm actually coming from. There's no looking for no sympathy. It's just I'm about truth. I'm about awakening and walking with others on that journey to whatever that truth is. Okay? I'm not a know-it-all. I think people think that about me, but I don't think that. I'm very curious. So, oh, there's one person I didn't put in that list, the moon energy. And I think that's the most prominent one. So again, what I'm doing would look despising to these particular people, but it's like they force that. So they're forcing like a suicide, or they're forcing something. But again, ignorance is bliss here, because I don't know your protocol. You didn't guide me. You didn't show me the rule book like you did everybody else. No, whether this is energetically or them getting downloads or whatever they get or whatever, you know. So so we're going to read this a little bit because I feel like, let me go ahead and go here, because either way I feel like I have claim to whatever it is. Even if they're trying to say Alexandria or Mary, it's still the same claim. mm, mm. The lion, the lamb, and the wolf. Excuse me. Maybe a little dragon. I don't know why I'm saying that. So again, let's look at this. Okay. Because I've always got along with the men in my family, but the women in my family, it just seemed like they always liked the other children, and maybe the two youngest women in my family, I got along with them too, on one side. But I was more likely like the uncles. I hung out with the uncles. I was interested in them building or what they were doing, or fighting or whatever. So again, it says, while I have often been frustrated in the past by the uh, paucity of actual personal written material left by my subjects. Okay. And I watched a documentary about Victoria and how she didn't want her husband nowhere near her throne, and how this one guy like a Caesar, or maybe like a I think it was like an Arabic prince or something, came in for a brief time, and he was messing up stuff or doing something or whatever like this. And she really felt like she didn't have a voice. They had to write everything instead of being able to speak publicly. But this is different in this day and age here. Okay. So again, yeah, left by my subjects, there were no such issues with Victoria and her family, who left an extraordinary wealth of diaries, letters, and memoirs in their wake. In fact, wait a minute, because she said something about why they didn't go in and save the Romanos, but that one of these, I think it was Alexandra or something, that stood up for the people when they were fighting against them. But I feel like this is another thing that's funny to these people, is keeping me in the dark as to what's going on. That's why they tried to lock me out of heaven, or in a heightened sense, right? The cloud or the mist. Um, so that I would not be able to identify. It's kind of like playing Russian roulette, or it's kind of like being blindfolded and shooting your target. All these people are coming at you. It could be friends and foes, and you're just shooting because it. You know, you just. And I don't mean literal with a gun, but I'm just saying, even if you're shooting the shot with your mouth, that's just kind of how it is. Like I don't have time to think. Just get back. I don't have time to think who is the friend or foe. If you don't want to show me your hands like everybody else is seeing, then all your fucking hands is dirty. So, so these letters and memoirs, to be really disciplined while I worked my way through. So quiet is discipline, but again, if these people are planning on, even if you were in the family, and these people are plotting on you, and they keep a close eye on you, you can't go where you want to go. Could you imagine? I want to make sure that the shit is cleared before I move forward into whatever it is, to sit on whatever throne it is. Because again, it's hard enough already what you must have to go through. But imagine that. These people like kind of keeping an eye on you because they know that you harbor some real power or something here. All right? And you know, if you really knew that you might even had a little bit more power than these people, then that could be a problem. Okay? So again, it's just some journal that somebody left all their life. Okay, daily life. Now this could also, your life could be living, like while they have you as a living being. But again, at any time, if you do something that these people don't like, they can cut you off and put you in the land of the dead. Okay, all right, cut you off a line today in 2022 or something like this. Slow down your something. So it's not even about you doing a crime. It's like if these people want you on in the scene or not. Family events in general, whatever. Okay, it says, sadly, Victoria's youngest daughter, Princess Beatrice, heavily censored and edited. So again, this is another thing, because I did see this in this documentary. So again, if her youngest daughter censored and edited her journals, then how do we know really if this is what Victoria wanted? So I mean, like I said, this is very interesting. Okay, of her mother's death in January 1909. So I think that for me, this could have been what they tried to do to me in 2021. So I could be dead in the eyes of law or something like this, even though Source put me in a position. And if Source put me in that position and dust me off and clean me off and put me there, then these people can't move me. But they obviously did. They just, again, God don't like ugly, so they hid it in the 5D. So these people been working in the 5D on Zoom channels and in courtrooms and hidden meetings and stuff like this that I cannot be privy to. Now, at one point in time, I was privy and I was able to shoot down these things immediately. They didn't like that. So they try to kick me out. I call it heaven. Okay. So again, um, also 2021 was that prophecy from the book The Spring, that if you go back to about 2 years ago, we were talking about that, and I was jotting that stuff down, and I was coming on here daily talking about what I was experiencing, the paranormal things and all that were going on and at that time. So again, it says removing all of the most juicy bits, but there's still more than enough, right? And I told you guys at one point in time some of my journals were coming up missing, right? And then at one point in time, somebody was logged into my Facebook and they were deleting my videos as I was doing them. Okay. After, because I think Taurus took my laptop because it was an argument or something for a couple days. And I was like, somebody got my laptop. I know you don't got my, I know you ain't working with no motherfuckers and they got my damn laptop. And he wouldn't tell me until like 4 days later where it was or something like this. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just something else to note. Okay. Also, screenshots for me could be journal. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is my soul tribe, they know. It's like my sheep hear my voice. They know what I'm talking about when I post certain things. Everybody might not, realize it, but they do. Okay. So again, it says, especially one like myself who is particularly interested in Victoria's relationship, okay, with her granddaughter Hesse or Alexander, the offspring of her second daughter, Princess Alice. So this makes me think about Alice in Wonderland, but I'm hearing Alice no. So this also, like I said, this is one of the people I'm on the fence about, but I did really see something in her video, but I do think some of these things are the apples that somebody doesn't want me to pick. And then some of these things also could be trying to get me into a pit or into a bind or into some rabbit hole. Things could be going very well right now and somebody wants me to take the bait for something. But it was some interesting things in her video about, and one thing I'll mention was a switch that birth kind of thing, or switch bracelets. Okay. So yeah. So I do remember these gold and black bracelets though. These were real bracelets that I remember seeing a vision of this masculine with these bracelets. Like I had these really nice bracelets at the time and I always wore these bracelets. And then I noticed that this masculine, I had a vision of this masculine with some bracelets. Now his was real or something, some nice really fucking bracelets. But again, okay. So let's see. Oh, and I think it said bracelets in her video and something about also something about birth or something like this, okay? Or ant. And we've been talking a lot about ant energy, ants, whether it's an ant or Anthony or ants, like worker ants or something like this, okay? So let's see. So the untimely or wrongful death of someone. Also, again, when it came to the point of those 7 individuals that passed away with around the Bagram time, I feel like this was also something to do with January 6th and a way to defile someone or assassinate someone's character with a watchful eye. It's almost like also somebody sitting there watching someone, sitting there forcing, like an emperor sitting there forcing someone to watch the killing of his loved one or his lover or something, or their lover. Okay, is what's coming to mind. So it says Victoria took a special interest in the Hesse children after tragically premature death of their mother, Princess Alice. Now, words you say can kill you out of this so-called social construct these days. Okay? So again, somebody could be trying to swap people's energy around. Maybe you are a certain princess or something, but they're trying to make it seem like you're the mother because they want you out of the scene. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. It's different things that I'm picking up here. In December. Okay, so again, okay, so a death of somebody in December, and then what in January? So January 6th. Okay, yeah, something else could have happened then too. Okay, she insisted that Alice's 4 surviving children and their devastated father should come to her in England as soon as possible, so that she can comfort and console them. So this is making me think. Now let's listen to this. This is 1878 when this happened, right? Let's think about 2022. Because what I'm picking up is I'm hearing there is 4 in the heavens. Okay. So I'm picking up on, and I'm hearing somebody say, mine go where I go. Okay. So I'm picking up on somebody choosing somebody else. What did I tell y'all a little while ago? I felt like somebody was energetically kind of, when we were going through the possession, I feel like that was going on in this house. And everything changed abruptly. Our whole family would never be the same from that time. The children turned against me because of the ascension or what I was going through. There was something that Taurus was doing at that time that I didn't like. Getting the girls involved in conversations or arguments very heavily. Every time something would come, he would, I'm afraid, or act all phony and everything like this, and then, call the girls. And I'm like, that's a weak move. Okay. But I knew this was all by design. Either they were being mind controlled, right? Or this was something that, again, there's an agenda with this masculine that I just did not know. Okay. And then this person also, like I said, we're swapping out energies because he was acting very feminine at that time. So I was a little confused because I'm like, damn, maybe I am coming off some kind of way because you acting a little bit more feminine than I'm normally used to. So it's kind of like 2 women were in here fighting about, like, it was just weird. Okay. But y'all know we wouldn't documented it all on this platform. All right. So that happened. Okay. Now, I told y'all I feel like something happened in December last year. When Taurus, they all went for Christmas and everybody got sick with my youngest, okay? I've told y'all about the Buffalo woman energy that I felt like they wanted the children, okay? Especially the 2 youngest for some type of research or something. So what I feel like happened is this is when they didn't swap the whole family out. Like, again, I told you, whatever this happens, I'm looking back, I didn't know, but now looking back, everybody is swapped or stopped in some type of age or something like this, and I am the only one that continues on. But I've been oblivious to it up until now. Certain behaviors, because I raised my children, they never really spent not even more than 2 days away from me, 2 or 3 days away from me ever. So I started to notice the difference in them and things like this, okay? So let's think about in 2022, they would not have to, and I was just talking about this to my daughter in the car this morning. In 2022, they would not have to actually, because you would go off and start, like, again, how they said Diana wouldn't leave quietly. If somebody came in here and just took your husband and your children and didn't leave no clone or nothing, you would immediately know. You would immediately probably go to the news or go somewhere and start voicing and mouthing off whatever this is and bring attention to and maybe gain a following or something like this to support you. But in 2022, with this technology, all they would have to do is take the original and leave you with a copy. Or, again, let us make man in our own image, in the image of us, right? So that in a likeness. So that means leave this or whatever, and we're going to make somebody like us, okay? This also could be meaning changing sex. Like they made those laws in Canada and all these other things. That if a person goes against, children are asking these questions now since everybody's talking about this. And if they start raising these questions and you don't answer them or you don't give them the proper, whatever care that they need to get a sex change at 10 or 12 or something like this, then you can get called in by DCFS. So again, noticing a child saying a couple of things or something, these people are secretly recording you. So they're putting it up to themselves. If they're secretly recording you in your home, right? Then they're putting it up to themselves to say, that child just said that she think that she's a boy. And the mother is not. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see how deep this can go? Now, they're not doing this to every single people in America or in this so-called free land or free world. No, this is only for these particular royals and these particular breeds of people here, or beings or types of beings or family lines or whatever. All right. Anyways, also, when we're talking about this, to bring these children to England as soon as possible, this could also be mental manipulation or mind control, right? Where they're connected to some type of construct and you're just not. So somebody else's, they're seemingly your children, everything like this. But if you can be energetically tied to somebody, your children may not be able to explain what they're going through to you, or they might have taken an oath of silence or something like this. But again, somebody's mind or their vassal can be taken over by someone without them having to leave. It's either or. Physically, they're swapping out the people, or some other kind of way they're having them under some type of mind control or mind dome where they're connected to a certain group of people, right? These people would maybe encourage them to do things that you're not going to judge your children for, but you would not, at this time when I remember a masculine saying, tighten up shit, tighten it up, tighten up your home life, right? So obviously this could be also a female that's not even this energy, but she's having access to your home. So somebody could be putting cameras in your home like Britney Spears' sister did, and then be surveilling you, or putting microphones underneath your bed, right? Hmm. Mm. So this could be heavy surveillance also. All right. With them having certain protections under the throne, but you don't have them. They may still have them or still have them, but to kill you means that you don't get that same access that people can send demons on you in the sleep realm or at night or something like this, right? Doing spell work and things like this to dirty your image so that you can't go back to God. So I feel like when I just cut this deck on dis-ease, this could be also something that they had planned for somebody to have you feeling some kind of way, agitated, lonely, go out, trying to source for something else or to cheat or something like this. We got legal issues, okay? And then have you end up getting something, or record you doing some type of act or something where if a masculine, it has been taken and is just observing you from a distance, right? Because a lot of people will say in videos, oh, your masculine's not here, he's overseas, right? You get it? But the water supposedly chose me. You see? So this is something else here. And I told y'all I feel like they swapped out my energy with my Taurus's energy about 7 months ago or so. I noticed that I feel like they swapped out his energy for mine. Yeah, or get you a bad reputation here, okay? I told you guys it seems like another female is mothering my children somehow. I don't know how I see these things, but God gave me these gifts because I knew I was going to. God knew, well, damn, maybe did I write this shit? I don't know. That I was going to have to go through these battles at some point in time. That's crazy. Also, images, if I look at pictures of my daughters, images of them and things like this from last year, and things like this, I can kind of see something here, okay? All right? Like this daughter, the one I'm closest with right now and everything like this, yeah, she looks a lot more like my sister, the one that I feel like was another person that they might have, seen that these people were more of a couple or something. And I feel like in 2022 or something like this, these time stamps are when they swapped out this Houdini husband. Mm. So again, it says Alice's youngest surviving daughter, Alex. Her name was a Germanic variation of Alice, who was 6 years old when she lost her mother. Okay, wow, this is making me think of something. Mm-hmm. Will I wake up too late? Hmm. Will I wake up too late if I go to bed at 10? 30. Anyways, I wake up anyways now. Wake up what? I wake up before you do, so if I have to, I'll wake you up. Victoria's favorite and the tragedy of her mother's death only served to increase the queen's interest in her. Now, again, this death could be, like I said, in society's eyes. Like you can be living, but, mm-hmm. I just watched Final Destiny. Mm-hmm. But dead in the eyes of law. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm doing a video. It's kind of rude. Um, oh. From this point onwards, Victoria would insist upon Alex and her siblings looking upon her as a surrogate mother. Wait a minute. Alex and her siblings looking upon her as a surrogate mother. Now, this could be something here. Alex and her siblings looking upon her as a surrogate mother. Now, I don't know if this is saying the Queen, Victoria. Maybe Victoria wanted these children to look at her as this. That she wanted Alex and her siblings to look at Victoria as a surrogate. But a surrogate mother is someone who carries, well, I guess that could be that. But then again, this may be also these children looking at their own mother as just a surrogate mother, not their mother. And would insist upon being kept informed about everything they did. So in 2022, that would be a 24-hour surveillance or a glass house. But these people can't kill me. It's this unstoppable, undying energy. They can't. They can only try to do this with society. They can't. I don't think they can do. I don't think I die either way. Is what I feel. But I think they tried it. I told you guys about that. Something that these people, these ancient thing that I think the Egyptians would do is kind of like, do something like kill somebody or something. Because in a past life, that's what they probably did here. But these people are really like some of these women that I'm picking up on sometimes. I know that they died. You get my drift? You get my drift? In many ways, this could be why I keep feeling like somebody's trying to call me single, but I'm like, wait a minute, I got a whole marriage certificate. But like I said, these are secret things that have been done. Fool me once, shame on me. I mean, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. In many ways, this was a happy arrangement. So arranged marriages. So this could be, again, to get somebody out of the way, killing them off by society by calling them black or something like this, or doing something else here. And then now, see, maybe with Boaz, and I can't remember what the female's name is, but whoever it is in Boaz in the Bible, maybe this is why she had her brother do it, because she couldn't do it because she didn't even know what the fuck was going on, because they kind of, killed her off from being able to know. This could be a mental death or something like this. A grudge holder. Yeah, somebody was holding a grudge for something. Maybe they thought that you chose this. Maybe they thought you ran away or something from them in a past life, and actually you were taken or you were killed by these people. Okay? Maybe they said that you were killed and you weren't. Maybe they said that you were sick and dying and he needed a new husband, or I mean a new spouse, because I think that's the only way to probably get rid of a queen. And maybe you weren't. And maybe this person is just now finding that out. And maybe they made somebody in your likeness and sent that back to that person, back to this person. And he's like, oh, this is my flesh and my flesh. And he got close enough and said, no, this ain't her. And maybe he actually found you energetically, or found you some other kind of way, or found me. So in many ways, this was happy for them. Okay. The children, they benefited greatly from Victoria's generosity. Okay. This could be some kind of money. But in my eyes, I'm thinking in my situation, this could have happened, and this person could have gave the children some type of money, or gave them some type of access to something, or this is what they're planning on doing. That would, soften the blow or whatever. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Her generosity, which include lovely presents, regular letters, and frequent holidays at Osborne. Okay, let's see. However, much to the frustration of her family, the queen could also be extremely overbearing, domineering, and meddlesome. So I feel like this could also be, like I said, I'm picking up like trafficking some of these women in these communities, some of these people that are. Wow, I'm hearing Slay Yoni. Anyway, some of these women in these communities that are running these twin flame things, or talking about these particular things, are actually these kind of matchmakers or arranged marriages. That's what they're calling it, but it probably could be slavery, because you don't have a choice. It will take away your choice. You energetically connecting to someone or something, and then finding yourself going towards something that you might be catfish or is not what you thought. That's why I feel like with some of us, or with my energy, they use higher up exalted people, like the top goats. You know what I'm saying? They benefited greatly from her generosity, okay, with these gifts, okay? And it says, however, much to the frustration of her family, the queen could also be overbearing, domineering, and meddlesome, okay? So this could be also somebody having a key to your house in this day and age and allowing people to come in onto you or something like this, which involved treating her relatives to apparently endless stream of advice and criticism, okay? Mm. She naturally expected complete obedience at all times, and to the despair of her children and her grandchildren, will often become extremely vexed when they did not behave exactly as she wished or appear to be ignoring her advice. Now, ignoring did come out here earlier. Mm-hmm. Good night. All right. But this is like, again, there's an energy in me that's saying, who are these people that's trying to advise me? I'm the advisor. Like, it's in my blood. Whatever the fuck, it's already been activated. I'm thinking like, who are these people? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who are these people? No, in a second. I have to concentrate. This video is taking too long already. I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, okay. But again, dirty offer. So this could be people, they're like, oh, God is trying to give you this and that, but you keep not listening. But again, somebody knows a dirty offer when they hear it. But I feel like this time around, an offer may not be dirty, okay? Because we have thief, rob, lost, theft, physically or emotionally, okay? And a grudge holder. I'm telling you, this is already just playing out what we're seeing here. This has something to do with somebody having a grudge against somebody or something. Like I said, a lot of us are connected to past lovers and stuff like this that are connected to that are the same past lovers of passed on feminine and good night. Passed on feminine energy in your family or masculines. Okay? This is making a lot of sense now. It says, unsurprisingly, this well-meaning interference became especially irksome when she enthusiastically involved herself in the wedding plans of her numerous descendants, which in some cases even extended to taking it upon herself to select. This what I just said. I promise y'all I didn't pre-read this. Potential candidates, often from within her own family. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm starting to look at this shit whole differently now. Because this is how people keep something in the family, and they keep something coming in their pockets, because they're dealing with people that are just like it said with the in that show, that new show about the crown that they're having, that I don't know if when it's coming out, if we already have, and they said the royals are seeming a little docile, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not even the royals. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it is even the people that are over them. So then even the royals are not running things. It's somebody or something running something above them. And I feel like, again, this sometimes when I think about divine, I think about people that's not on the vine. They just have their own thing going on, or shadow energy, right? So again, it's something like the face of something is normally not the thing or the person that's in control with the most power. The real power people don't show themselves. They don't talk to nobody. They're not coming out in public and none of that shit. The real owners, the real owners ain't doing that. It's just, they're just not. So like I said, these are these tarot readers and stuff out here that know who you are, some of you, okay? And they are linking you up to people that they want you, included with. They're stopping and blocking other people from coming into you. And also, you might even be married in marriages that you don't even know that you're in. Or commitments that you don't even know what you're in 2022. I was bothered. I'm not going to say much more. When I went to try to say, what is Clubhouse? Let me go in here and see. I seen these like women with like these jail numbers underneath there. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? And I think that, I'm just saying. All right. So we got somebody who's too busy winning here. All right. So again, if these people are being coddled and catered to, this is that energy, like I said, that slips into Pandora sometimes. Somebody telling me or letting me know that they're winning. Right? But these are the people that know what they've done. They know what they've done. And they know that it's high treason. They know what they've done. They know what they've done. And by now, some of these people have been working with the government, and they've wiped out or scrubbed clean you from any kind of anything. Or if you go, now a lot of files have been turned digital. And I noticed that if on files from my family, that things were blotted out and blurred out. It didn't look like it was done electronically. when it goes to these websites, you know, when it comes to genealogy and stuff like that. But the other children that are the plants that they wanted to advance over us from the other 6 nations, they already had a head start. These people already were specializing in land patents, or they were already specializing in genealogy. You know, they already had a head start 5 years or 10 years before us, going through these things, learning certain things about the government that would be specific for them to advance. All right, broke ass. So this could be also somebody else's energy, but I look at this could be my energy too, because somebody too busy winning, and I'm saying broke ass because they think they're winning, but you're not. You're a snake. Some of these people, okay? And then these could be these people saying too busy, I'm winning, and they might be calling you broke because they know that they stole from you. Theft is right here, and they think they're gonna continue to be able to do this, and you talking against that is deadly. All right. So we have boss bitch, okay? This is all intervening energy, I feel. But it could go both ways. Because I feel like I'm totally a boss bitch. When your emotions start controlling things or working with things that's going on in this universe with source, then you could call yourself a boss bitch. When your heartbreaks turn to hailstorms, then you could call yourself a boss bitch. Mm. Oh, I don't even know. I promise you, people don't like it. Okay, this could even be me in the scene. Okay, somebody could have could have came in, try to revive someone. Okay, so every little thing that you say, these people could be, monitoring or something like this. Okay, this could be why I feel like people are watching. I always feel like somebody's watching you. So these are probably, like I said, past tense. Royals that didn't know that they were, and some of these people did know. So we have a love triangle going here. Okay, third party, multiple lovers, choices. These could be corporations as well. Somebody could have a lot of these because these men, they turned them into unicorns and sent them sprinkling something all over the place. Okay, just saying. We got hustling. Okay, so somebody's hustle is in reverse here. Somebody might have been like, nah, 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 boo, boo, I'm hustling, but they hustle might be in reverse. This might be stopping somebody's hustle from being able to steal from another crown, or stolen thrones, or hands in a cookie jar. I told you, people that specialize in that shit are the ones that's doing it. And they bold and haughty, and they just sit there and talk about it right in front of your face. All right? And somebody like me be unfazed. And I feel like they unfazed too. Because again, they've been able to get away with this for a very long time. So it says, when it came to her favorite, Alex, she was determined to have full control over the video. All right.